Hi, I'm Cameron Gonzalez, a 2014 orientation leader. Our staff is so excited that you're interested in applying to be an OL. This is a very complex but rewarding job that is highly respected by students and faculty across campus. By being an orientation leader, you learn a lot about yourself, about working with others, and of course, about Samford.
You are the first people that they really, see on campus, really have the opportunity to know. And that's just like a big responsibility in itself, but it's a great opportunity to kind of plant the seeds to relationships that can blossom later on in the school year.
I was an orientation leader for 2 summers at Samford, and it was without question the most valuable experience that I had during my time here. I learned more about myself, about how to be a leader, about how to be a servant, about how to be a servant leader, all of these things than I ever had in my entire life, and to be honest, more than I have in any experience since.
Before I joined the orientation team, I wasn't really growing. As soon as I joined the team, I was surrounded by people that were anything but complacent, and they definitely rubbed off on me.
Being professional is a huge part of being an orientation leader. Not only do we have dinners, conversations, and meetings with important people on campus, but it's how you carry yourself outside of the office. I've learned how to act in an office setting and send emails, but also continue to be myself and who I am.
Most think the role begins in the summer, but it actually begins right when we receive notice that we are going to be the orientation leaders. Throughout the spring term, we have meetings and we begin planning.
One of my favorite parts about this job were the actual orientation sessions themselves. We'd wake up at 4:30 or 5 a.m. and wouldn't get back to our apartments till 11 or 11:30. And it's just a full day of high energy, a lot of things that are fast-paced, you're multitasking, you get to talk to students and parents all day.
Summer adventure was probably one of the things I was most afraid of for orientation. I'm not exactly the most outdoorsy, so it's a little out of my comfort zone, but I really did have a blast. It was just a great chance to get to know freshmen on a more personal level, to get to know them throughout the entire weekend versus just 2 days of orientation.
One of the best parts about being an orientation leader was definitely being able to live together and work together at the same time. So when we got done at the office, we would also go back together, and so sometimes we would cook Mexican, or sometimes we would do breakfast. We just have a great time no matter what we're doing.
You're with these people all the time, and in a lot of cases that can be a negative thing. You kind of wears down, you get tired of them, whatever, but our group was really tight-knit and close, and we learned to lean on each other through tough times, celebrate.
One of the coolest parts that I found this summer was just getting to know Samford and the admissions staff on a more intentional level. You really got to see Samford in a different light when no one's here.
We've gotten to have dinner with the Dean of Admission at his house and get to know the Vice Presidents of Samford a lot more.
I think that being an orientation leader has been the experience of a lifetime. It's a position on campus that is respected.
You should apply to be an orientation leader because you can actually make a difference.
If you want to give back while also being poured into, this is without question the job for you.
Orientation was where I first felt like Samford was home, and so now it's been so rewarding being able to help new students feel the same way about Samford.
I think we've all grown so much through Samford and know how much Samford has meant to us, and it's really neat to be able to share that with incoming students that are just at the beginning of their Samford journeys.
I applied to be an orientation leader not thinking that I would even have a chance at being an orientation leader, and I'm so thankful that I took that opportunity to just see if that's what the Lord had planned for me to do this summer.
So whether you're an extrovert or introvert, Greek or independent, a marketing major or future nurse, it takes all types to create the ideal team of orientation leaders. Take the time to apply today. You never know what could happen.